think that both Batman will be together, Affleck and Keaton? Okay, let's go with Anthony. Do you think yes or no? Will we see a Keaton and Affleck together on screen?
Yes, because if you're filming this movie, anybody involved with it, and you miss the opportunity to have that happen, then you then fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you miss that opportunity,
Yes.
then you then
Well,
fucked up.
and it's the same thing I've always said that about the sequel trilogy is that you didn't have a scene with Han, Luke, and Leia. Now I know that Ryan believes that's not very important, but I do.
It's not.
Yeah.
I believe that the smaller you make.
Okay, Allie, what do you think?
Yeah,
Wait, can you repeat the question? Sorry, because I was kind of listening to.
Do you think that we're going to see both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton on screen together as Batman?
That's a good question. Surprisingly, I haven't thought about that yet with this movie. I've just been trying to figure out what's going on. I think it's possible.
I need a yes or no answer. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Keaton
no.
and
Okay,
Affleck.
wait. I'm changing my mind. Hold on.
Farsi says no.
I don't think so because if it's true, well, it seems true. Probably seems like the only consistent thing we might know more about for this movie is if it's true that Michael Keaton's Batman is the Batman that Ezra finds when he goes to look for Ben Affleck's Batman. Then if they're in a different timeline or a different whatever, then I don't think they'll end up being on screen together. Because if they're in different timelines, I don't see how they could end up. I mean, I could be wrong, but
yeah, I think you're wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong.
He's just putting me back for earlier.
I think that the opportunity laid in front of them is too big for them not to at least do a thing where, as Barry, say for instance, Barry's running from one timeline to the other, and they see each other through some type of fucking. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't fucking shake hands or bump shoulders, but they're just like they see each other as he goes from one thing to the other. If the opportunity, if they miss the opportunity to put them on screen in this movie, you guys are fucking tripping.
I think that Ryan Rivera has a very good point as well. He says if there's a 1% chance of it happening, then we got to take it as an absolute certainty.
I guess that's a good point, Anthony. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, the opportunity lays the director, everybody involved. There's one opportunity to just have that one shot. I think at least they tried to do something where you see them at least nod to each other, because otherwise,
This picture is just everywhere.
What is it?
I can't get away from this picture.
Yeah, that one. You want to see that picture?
Fucking grabbing some geeks.
Here we go. Let's make it full screen. There it is. No, I mean it's everywhere. It really is everywhere.
Yeah. Ben Affleck fucking handful of geeks.
He's like, I'm keeping my hand right there where it's soft. Anyway, I know exactly. So I mean, okay, and then Neil, what do you think? Neil and Ryan, because do you guys think that we're gonna see them together?
Absolutely yes.
Ryan?
No, I think just like you said with the sequel trilogy. And how Warner Brothers has made all the right decisions in every movie that they've made. Yeah, no, I think that this is going.
Well, dude, if you didn't,
I'm willing to take that bet.
If you didn't do it, then Anthony said it already. You're going to fuck this up. You have no
also
choice.
To add to that,
you have no choice but to do this with Marvel.
I think it would be cool. But I don't think it will really happen. I don't think that the Batman will even be like, so. No, I don't think they'll even get that.
To Ryan's point, I think the studio's probably going to be like, the audience is going to get confused.
Yeah. I would see two Barrys on the same screen at the same time than two Batmans.
But we already know it's going to happen.
I know.
We saw pictures of them talking to each
other. Crisis. Like he starts causing a crisis on all these Earths, and shit starts melding together. Who the hell knows what they'll do when it comes to that aspect of the
No, Darkstar's got a good point. He says if they're putting Keaton and Affleck in the same movie, then they have to do a team up together. I don't know if they have to do a movie, but there could be a scene. I don't know.
I think he's thinking there's a team up scene. Yeah. But like I said, I don't even think it's.
I mean, it'd be dope.
Oh yeah,
it'd be dope.
I think it's just going to be a nod to each other as far as,
hey,
You know
they
what I'm saying? Like,
realize.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
And also to Ryan's point with the studio, I've been saying it for fucking months now. Yo, Andy Muschietti he's got the backhand pocket. They don't want to do that. Let's film this anyway. Let's film a scene anyway where they do this.
I'm not saying he's a bad director. He doesn't have a way of doing or putting something in later on. I'm just saying I think their plans, their current plans. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I can agree with you on that, but I think even if their current plans are that, and that's believable because look what we're talking about here. I think that if he had that written in somewhere and they said no, I think he probably said, okay, I'm going to shoot this shit anyway because why wouldn't I do that with this opportunity to have generational Batman at least fucking have a nod to each other. If the studio says no, I think he'll film something anyway. That way later on he probably could fucking shoot that shit in.
Yeah.
Like, squeeze it in. Yeah, that's Benny Keaton killing ghouls together. Yo, do a full-fledged scene where they're like back-to-back killing murder dudes? That would be
that'd be so cool if they said it like, all right, back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
That would.
Now, here's a bigger question. How heavily do you think they're going to lean on the Danny Elfman Batman theme?
Oh, God. You know what? I don't want them to just because of what Danny Elfman said. Well, Batman's only ever had one theme.
Yeah, get the
well,
fuck out of here.
I think
Get out of here.
I bet they will, though, use it for him.
But see, here's the problem with when they use it in Justice League was that they bastardize it. Like if you're gonna
same thing with John Williams. They bastardized that too.
Exactly. Like if you're gonna use the theme, just fucking play it. Don't give a weird version of it that's kind of slightly not really in, but kind of it. What?
Frank said, all right, bats to bat.
Bats to bat. It's like the thumbnail for the Sunday podcast.
And he's like, just like
back to back, back to back.
But you know what's going to happen? Okay, say, who was saying that he's going to, Anthony was saying he's going to shoot it anyway. Say he does that, but they don't let him use it. But then it comes out that he was actually going to have a scene of the two of them together. It's going to be...
They're gonna clap.
Rage all over.
Well, it's gonna be what we normally do on a daily basis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Why
be like,
would they not let him?
Yeah.
You know,
they should use.
And they're like, release the Blue Beetle picture.
Okay. Yeah, quick away.
Yeah, make it another
everything.
Yeah.
Go cast somebody. Hurry.
I know. Michael B. Jordan. No, but I think definitely.
Calvin Ellis. Choose.
Tell them both names.
They're both names.
They won't know what to think.
Both.
Tell them that Danny Elfman's got forward. One of the movies. Like,
they will never remember you were into Static Shock. They don't care.
Static Shock.
I actually forgot he's doing that project too until I read the article about the Balzad. Michael B. Jordan.
He's doing Static. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's probably why they announced the Superman thing. He's like, this ain't getting fucking shit right now. So can we please?
Flash either gonna fall on Supergirl or oh god, I hope not.
No, I don't think Andy Muschietti will do so.
Danny Elfman Batman theme is going to be the main theme of the Flash movie.
She will get her own score.
No, Anus Whedon's not.
No,
yeah. Who's doing the score anyway?
I don't know. Ryan, what do you guys want to look that up?
Yeah.
IMDb. You see, now, Barcy has a good point. She says Danny Elfman's Batman theme is going to be the main theme for the Flash movie. I was just joking, but it would not surprise me if in this movie that they bumped they just rocked that Danny Elfman theme for Batman every time they needed to do because they related to Keaton. It would make sense. It would apply.
Well,
they
already
real quick.
Flash.
What?
His Benjamin Wallfish is set to compose the film score by April 2021, reuniting with Andy Muschietti after working on his films It and It Chapter 2. So that's probably So that's probably who we're going with. Yeah.
Well, they already did, give you a tease from him of the Flash's theme.
Here, let me.
It sounds very similar to the TV show.
It does.
It does.
We've heard does. I don't know.
All right, so I just shared that. Just throw it up so you can see how his name is spelled because it's spelled kind of weird.
Benjamin Wolf. Weidrich.
Wow, I can't even see that.
Oh shit! Dude.
Benjamin Walrick. Or was it Walrus?
The
Wallfish.
I thought
There's
it
no
was
R there.
Weidrich.
Weidrich.
It's either fish or fisk.
I mean, obviously, that's a dude Andy trusts, so that's
Call him Benjamin Wall.
If they
Benjamin
had
Wah
yeah.
Wah. What if it was Dawson?
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
Did
No one
anybody know
care.
that?
No one would care.
Wearing a chunk shirt right there from the Goonies. He actually paid homage to all the Goonies throughout.
What are you talking about?
He was in that guy in Jurassic Park, Newman.
Really?
What did he do?
He paid homages to all the different Goonies in.
Oh my god, I never thought about
There's
that.
Easter eggs from
If you
about
just
all of
go
them.
back to that scene, that's the shirt that Chunk wears.
That's
Wait. I'd like to.
did you
And then
catch
he
on
wore.
to that?
Then he wore the
Because
yellow.
I follow these 80s and 90s clips, and they post all these like crazy things.
And
What
someone
did he do
realized
for?
it.
What did he do for Data?
Oh,
Yeah.
He made it that far for
Booty
Data.
trap.
No, but he did do.
that's what I said, booty trap.
The main
Booty
character
trap.
because he had the yellow raincoat on.
Oh, that might have been Data. Yeah, that probably was
Oh,
Data. where he
no,
gets-
That was the main character.
The yellow raincoat.
no,
was,
that was who was that? Who
The
was that?
raincoat is
That was
Mikey.
the guy that played Samwise.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah, it was Rudy. Let's see. I'm excited for the news. I want more to come out. I know, so do I.
Yep.
Ben and Keaton meet in costumes. And, you already wrote this. It says, "Are you I'm Batman? No, you're not. I'm Batman." Possibly.
That's gonna be the crux of the movie right there.
Yeah.
They're gonna come together. That's
So here's the other thing too: is that the scene that we saw being filmed, this could easily be in the beginning of the movie. It could be like a scene where him and Batman are doing something together, and then it leads them back to the Batcave where they talk about like, oh, Speed Force, and this. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But I definitely think we're missing out. I don't have the clip; I can pull it up later. But you know, Brandon Davis recently interviewed Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and they both want to do it. They want to
extra ecstatic about playing those characters.
Yeah.
Like, let's be clear, they were over the moon about being Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne playing Batman and Joker. Yes,
They made it. Yeah. He even kind of said something like that. Like, just to be clear, it's
yes, we want to
definite
do
yes.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both
You
of
know,
us.
it's funny when you want to look at it. If you know how people like to look at like the analytics and all that shit. Snyder signed his 2-year deal. You look at how long Ezra Miller's signed on to play the Flash. The Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, they're not huge A-list actors, so you can get them anytime you want, right? So Zack Snyder does his projects, and in between, if he has a break in between any of these, because he has a lot of projects coming, maybe when you have Zaslav the magician come in,
the great and powerful Zaslav.
He comes in, does his thing, and then maybe you get this storyline with a flashpoint or something like that, and Zach's able to bring his actors in, and they can do that. That would be pretty cool. That's just like a what if for anybody. I mean, who knows?
or
When you look at that.
that would be pretty ideal. I think that's you know what I mean. Like that would work for everyone.
Could be a passion project. You know, that could be his passion project. Who knows? He's doing tons of things. You don't know what he wants his swan song to be when it comes. So, who knows?
And I think people are getting the people have the misconception that it's an exclusive deal that he signed with Netflix. Like he can't work with other studios.
No, it's not.
That's not the impression that I got. It's just a first look deal. Like these movies, Rebel Moon, the Army of the Dead universe.
They get
what's
first
the other
dibs.
one?
They get first dibs.
Yeah, exactly.
Netflix gets
The
first
Norse
dibs at the
mythology one, like those are all just exactly. People are like, oh, it's on blah blah blah. But you know what? Even if he had signed, even if there was no deal in place with Netflix, I still wouldn't expect anything to happen with the Snyderverse for at least a few years.
Right.
Yeah.
So regardless of that, it's not just going to happen.
Exactly.
Oh, poof! They finished the merger, and now we're restoring the Snyderverse. No, it's like it's still going to take a lot of time after that
Yeah.
We've
for something
had,
to happen regardless of Netflix.
we've had several conversations about this. It's going to be like if next year, whenever the deal gets finalized, that's 2022. We won't. Even if right when the deal is finalized, even if the ink is still wet on the contracts, if they announce the Snyderverse, we're still not getting a movie till 2025 or later.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
they still have to go through pre-production and then
Make sure
production
the
and post-production.
Make sure the other actors are free to come back.
Right, they have to
Contracts.
exactly, and these actors are not going to stop doing work for other for themselves as well.
Yeah.
And just like Anthony had mentioned before we had a better stream, now that we have a better stream, we have like DC is not their. It's
Dude, I had to
take out
back
the wrong
out
guy.
for a second. No, like my headphones keep going. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on in my headphones, but
like DC is not their only property. They have a lot of IPs out there that they're they make a lot of money on, and so it's not just like, oh my god, now that Warner Brothers is structured correctly, now we can get DC back on track. Like Warner's, the Warner Brothers,
and they still have to, if there are going to be people, phased out, which it seems like there will be, they have to put people in place. They have to hire people. And like you said, they have to figure out how they're going to combine their properties under like one streaming service or how that's all going to work. So there's a lot of other things they have to consider.
Because right now they're all they're doing is saying, well, what's Marvel doing? And let's mirror, like same thing with like they said that they did for Mortal Kombat. They were like, well, what's Marvel doing? I'm like,
the first thought, what would Marvel do?
Yeah,
they don't do
that. Have to do with Mortal Kombat?
I don't see the connection.
It's ridiculous. It's like they don't know what they're doing.
Hopefully you just get a couple knuckleheads that come in and they just know what they want to do. They want to give you quality, make money at the same time, and also pay honor to whoever they hire to do these projects. That's not an easy thing to find in the industries of the world these days. You just
because their priorities, their attention, their end goal is not to entertain or to make an awesome product. It's money. It's to make the profit and make it make this entity profitable so that they can then turn it, flip it, sell it, and then reap the benefits of that.
But I hope someone realizes if they are going to continue in whatever way with the Snyderverse, I hope someone realizes that they need someone who at least has a decent understanding of the world, the DC world. Because obviously, if you go and watch if the executives sit down to watch a Man of Steel movie and they can't understand why it's okay if Superman's pod blows up,
because
Krypton is not there. Is not.
Too many hands in the. It's too many hands in the kitchen. Too many hands in the food. You got too many cooks. So we want this. We want that. No, you know what? This sucks. Take that out. You know what? It's too dark. Bring this guy in. He's lighter. And keep the characters. Keep a little bit of that concept and give it a little twist. So I worked for a company like this for over 20 years, and we finally got bought out by Albertsons, which owns a conglomerate of all these different things. And it was
Albertsons lost business over here.
Oh yeah, no,
they shut down.
My point for that is it's a conglomerate of like all these different branches, and when you just have a set voice that says, "Look, guys, this is the direction. This is what we're doing. That's it." You have cohesiveness, and what do people love? Consistency. People love consistency. So you're going to give me this to this.
Well, people like security.
Well, look at
because they want to know what they're getting into, and they want to be comfortable with what they think they're going to get. And that's why a lot of people like Paul from Heavy Spoilers posted this the other day. He was like, in what I guess in what property was subverting expectations widely accepted by the mass or the masses?
That would be Marvel.
So,
to me, it never was.
It's a Marvel movie. It's a Marvel movie. you just have certain expectations usually when you go to see a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Not low expectations, but you kind of just know what to expect most of the time. From a
And then
Marvel-
Guardians of the
Marvel movie.
Galaxy came out, the
And
first one,
They'll twist it a little bit and you'll be like,
and you
oh
thought
my
you,
God.
and that was a
then
little bit of a
blows
twist,
up, 'cause it's-
and it was palatable because people were kind of getting, what I want to say, just sort of like tired of the same old.
Fatigue.
Yeah, fatigue. They had, Marvel fatigue, and then they came out with Guardians of the Galaxy, and they were like, well, shit, give them Thor Ragnarok or whatever, and continue to give them, crap like that, and until they get fatigued from that, and then go back to this other formula and whatever, So so they have the streaming stuff right now, and they're like, well,
The streaming
we can
stuff.
Pretty good, man. It's pretty
Well,
good.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So it's a good way of like always moving the goalpost a little bit for their audience, in that they're not being entirely brand new and everything with their properties, but it's new enough to where it's a little bit different, that the audience will give it a shot.
right.
Yeah.
Even like the way the movies look, like there's nothing unique about each movie, depending on like who the director is, or nothing that stands. Like they all kind of just, they don't each have like, I guess maybe Winter Soldier is a little bit different, but not really. Maybe the score is better in that movie, or Black Panther, but overall, how many directors do you know for the Marvel movies, except for Ryan Coogler and except for the Russo brothers and Joss Whedon?
Right.
All the other
they can't make a name for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they won't let.
And
them.
look at the end of
Formula. That's why they're just puppets.
Yeah,
Puppets in the
exactly.
formula.
Well, yeah,
And
but
if you don't-
it was a good point. Look at the end of Scarlet Witch, or I'm sorry, what would they call it? The
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
The Vision.
The visions, the
Those
television.
visions?
But if you look at the end, she has her suit, like she earned her Marvel suit because it looks like a Marvel suit. And I'm like, you went through this whole episode just to make Vision white and give her a suit, and now you're done.
Why?
He's white, albino, the white witch, cool whip.
But
yeah,
why
I
is
mean-
nobody shocked about WB anymore? Go back and look at WB's history, okay? When it comes to comic book movies, they have never stuck to shit.
Yeah,
Never.
They give you 20 million different fucking versions of the same character.
Because they can never realize like what works. I mean,
That-
you
that-
have
yeah, but that shows you-
Keaton, and
that
then they go,
shows you-
okay, Tim Burton, this works so good. You get full artistic, rights to
Right,
whatever you want, and Batman Returns.
it's
that was
not
too
for
dark.
kids. It's not for kids.
It's not for
Right.
kids.
We can't
He's
tell
eating
stories.
fish. He's biting people's noses.
That's too many cooks in the kitchen. So WB, even though they're a huge company, they've never had a clear-cut leader, unfortunately.
Well,
And
I
these
think
are
the
the
problem
biggest
has to go
freaking
with
properties
maybe their
that you
contract.
have. And then you have them go to Marvel, which aren't bigger than DC. I mean, we're not going to that. There's no comparison when it comes to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. So you look at that, but you're able to take Marvel and twist it a little bit and do what you want and bring in the general audience, even though you still piss off hardcore Marvel fans when it comes to what they do in their movies. And I always compare it to this because I'm a big fan of Supernatural. Supernatural, I loved, but that was a show that derived from nothing. The creator came in, the guy from The Boys, Eric Kripke, who does The Boys, created that show and did what he wanted, and everybody loved it because there was nothing to go back on and be like, no, that's not the same thing. So, it's just all a matter of like, people are just fucking insane when it comes to things, and unfortunately, WB didn't have direction for the characters that we love.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have just, I agree with what Kupi Malik's comment said. Zach had a plan. He wasn't planning on being like the Kevin Feige of DC, but he started out with a plan. He knew where Man of Steel, but BVS, he knew where all that was going to lead. He was setting up a whole universe.
Yeah.
Especially when we got to see Zack Snyder's Justice League. It shows you how much it was setting up for these other characters and the universe beyond. They even used the word multiverse like
tons of
a few times. Yeah.
I think it was a slow burn. And it would have been a rich universe for DC, and I think that it that Warner Brothers just didn't want to sit through and see and bet on if it was actually going to pay off in the end.
Yeah, because you know what, patience is a motherfucking virtue. That's exactly what all of this boils down to. Zack Snyder had this plan in place where like this is how it's going to build up. When it gets to the fucking crescendo, it's going to be fucking fire. Instead, they got BVS which I love because it's fire. But then it got so much, didn't hit $1 billion, got so much flack. They were like, that's not gonna work. We need to do something else because those dudes over there on the other side of the pond, they're fucking ranking $1 million a movie and $1 billion a movie, and we can't get there. That's all it is. They couldn't just sit through there and have the.
What they did was they went across the street and had lunch with them, and they were like, guys, DC, Marvel, guys, listen, this is what we do. This is what we do, and we're rolling in. We'll actually buy your lunch because we're rolling in money.
We'll buy you lunch.
Yeah, we'll buy your lunch.
You want a fruit yogurt parfait?
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's on the same street.
Yep.
Right across the street is Warner Brothers from Disney. So, I mean,
he was telling a novel. He was telling a novel, and people can't.
Yeah, they can't. They didn't want.
Yeah, they didn't understand it. And so that it didn't pay off for them because they were like, I don't understand. I don't compute. Error.